Hi, this is Chef Joanne. Welcome back to another episode of Shortcut Cooking. Alrighty. This is vegetarian dressing. I'm only making a really small pan of it. So what I did was I got some broth base, which is chicken flavored, but it's vegan. 2 tablespoons of that and 1 cup of water is what you need. I'm gonna still make the vegetables and everything the normal way, the way I normally make it. This one is like when I saute my vegetables. Where's my cute little whisk? This one's too big. Amari! I just straightened out this stuff off of my other video. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm just gonna let that come to a boil. Make sure all the powder is dissolved. So this is what we're gonna use for our broth instead of like I usually use the different soups. We're just experimenting today. Got our vegan butter. I love this stuff already. That we're going to be using to saute our vegetables in. I am going to be using, where we at? Let's see. I'm trying to get this film in by myself thing down packed, but I am going to be using the vegetarian cornmeal, but I'm not using the whole box because we're only doing a really small container of it. Yep, just a little. Normally I mix this with cornmeal. This one of these boxes got my cornmeal in it. Tiny breadcrumbs, get some rice, paper breadcrumbs, grits. That is, maybe we can do frying it. Kool-Aid packets. What's in this one? You don't have to use cornmeal if you don't want to. Luckily for this, you just need egg and milk. Okay. What? Turn that one off. Smells a little weird. We'll see. So, bell pepper, onion, celery. What we always use for our mirepoix. I've been playing around with this Just Egg for a minute. So I'm thinking It's about 3 tablespoons, 3 or 4 tablespoons to make like a whole, to make like the size of a whole head. I didn't really actually measure it. But with us only needing just a little bit of egg in this, I'm gonna do probably 1.5. I usually use poultry seasoning and sage. Only thing I found in time enough to get this meal done was the poultry seasoning, so I'll be using that. Now I did say vegetarian, not vegan. I don't have any milk, almond milk, soy milk. My daughter drank it. When she ran out of her nasty cow's milk, she drank my milk, and now I don't have any milk, and I'm making a mess. Now despite me not using all of the same soups, I think I could use the cream of mushroom soup still, and the cream of celery, but the base for it, which is chicken, I can't use it because it's not going to be vegetarian once you use it. So, because it's made with the actual soup, I mean, it's made with the actual, that's the chicken and herb. The broth that I usually use, that's the story, has actual chicken used in it to make it. So, my celery. Really? I did not see that coming, you guys. This is what happens when you cook and you're not always prepared, which I try not to do. Because that's only like, that's too much soup. I'm going to overpower the actual taste of the chicken. I'm going to have to make some more chicken broth. We're going to preheat the oven to 350 because that's what we're going to use to put our cornbread in. So I'm doing 1 cup of the chicken broth, half a can of cream of celery, and a half a can of cream of mushroom. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing the vegetarian one. That's what I'm using this. So, I just had some pan spray. Where did I set my pan spray at? You said the green container of olive oil. This is ridiculous. I just had it in my hand. I think I need it now. I definitely need it now. So, I'm just going to use butter. Now, normally, I spray my pan, dump in the dump everything in on a greased pan, but I think I did not because this is too many videos. Now let that melt. So this is how, let me make sure I got the camera right. You can see. I really need to get a better thing. This is how the soup looks once it's done. So it's a half a can of mushroom soup. That's cream of mushroom, cream of celery, and 1 cup of the vegan chicken broth. I didn't put any seasoning or anything in there yet. And these are the sauteed bell pepper, onions, and celery that's going to go in it. I don't mix those two together. I put the bell peppers and onion directly in the bowl with the cornbread. I know that one time get wet. Yes, I did. We're not making regular cornbread, so it don't have to be extremely buttery. We're just trying to grease it so it doesn't stick. Once this bakes up, and then we're, hey, pause that for me. Once this bakes up, then I'll show you the next steps. Okay, now that the cornbread is done, put my stove top in here. Then I have my bell pepper, my sauteed bell pepper, onion, and celery. Normally I let it cool down. I'm getting tired. This is like my 4th video today. We just gonna crumble it up. Crumble it up and mix it up. Now with this being vegetarian and not vegan, I like adding boiled egg to mine. I always add like a boiled egg to my mix once I'm done. So once you're done, let me make sure I got the camera right, you guys, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. I just did finals and wrote 2 freaking 500-word essays. I'm in slow motion. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. For real. I was gonna do some vegetarian macaroni and cheese, like with the just egg, but I still don't have. I got my canned milk, but I don't know if I'm actually do it. So once you get that done, I found my sage. So we're gonna season it up. Pepper. So this is the sage and the poultry seasoning. Now notice I like a lot of sage. I don't know, this is like one of my favorite herbs. I love sage. So I tend to use a lot of sage in mine. But you stir the seasoning in first. And what gives it that extra flavor is the soups that I mix together. So remember, we had the vegan chicken broth, got the cream of mushroom, and the cream of celery. Now you do want it to be as wet and moist as possible, because once you put it in the oven, it's going to dry it out. Now with this being too thick, I'm finna get ghetto with you. Didn't I just have I knew I had another whisk in here. I'm multitasking. I don't want to overcook my macaroni. Now this is how I get all the soup out of the pot. This is like the smallest batch of dressing I've ever made. Like I've been trying to cut my recipes down since I don't feed as many people as I used to. It's just me and my girls now. And I don't sell the plates out here where I'm at. So I have to minimize, like everything has to be cut in half by 3 at least. So then we have it. Now you can taste it to see if it has enough seasoning in there for you. If you want to go more poultry seasoning, sage and everything, taste it first. I like to actually smell it. If you can smell the seasonings that you put in there, you're good. Don't over season it. All you're gonna do is just drown it in some cranberry sauce anyway. But for those people who don't eat cranberry sauce, they're gonna want to taste the actual dressing itself. And since this was the last minute thing, I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my pre-boiled eggs. I was gonna use for when I did the vegan deviled eggs. Amari, what did you come in and move and stuff? Why would you put my quail eggs in the vegetable thing? Oh my God, kids get on my nerves. It's not helping. Okay, and I did find my spray. I'm just doing so much. I'm definitely gonna need it. So today I have done dressing, greens. I'm doing macaroni, and do I want to use this one? I can use this one. I was looking for my eggs. You know, for moving stuff. So you're not eating nothing? Okay. I'm not sharing either. Let me catch you when you're trying to sneak a plate. Everybody don't do this. I do it. My grandpa did it. So, and I like eggs. So it's vegetarian and not vegan. So I got black salt. I probably could have just added some mushrooms, sauteed it in there, and then added some mushrooms for the egg and everything to make it completely, you know. But yeah, no. Last minute, not thinking about it. Now this is going to go in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. But this is just like, people make it seem like certain foods are so difficult to make. It just looks like that. It's not that difficult. So I understand a lot of people who don't cook because it's too time consuming. And with microwaves, everybody want everything right then and there, but everything don't supposed to go in the microwave. I love cooking. I'm not expecting no one to enjoy it more than a person who does it for a living and they actually love doing it and don't mind getting paid for it. But if I wasn't a chef, I would still cook as much as I do because I want my kids not to have to eat fast food and the little pop-up foods for the microwave and all of that. Just put you some egg slices on top. Now I know that people are going to be wondering, like, are you doing a lot of vegan dishes? I'm not going vegan. I am just sampling. I can't say I don't like something, or I can't say, oh, I don't really mess with people who do this and people who do that. I don't do that. But if they got something that tastes good, like their butter, oh, I'm all in. I don't care if it is for vegans or, you know. Just like people, vegetarians, I've had, what's it, turkey? One of them, I've been looking for one of those for the longest. But it's certain things that I like, American grillers. I first had those about 20 years ago when I worked at Costco in Indiana. Those American grillers by Boca, I love them. So, you guys know how to make my macaroni already. The one I put in the oven. So, we're going to let that cook for about 45 minutes. I'm going to take a break. And we're going to come back and see how it looks. And it's done. Usually I let it get a little drier than that, but it's the end of my day and I'm starving. So we're going to taste it and then I'm going to actually sit down and eat because I've made me a whole meal. Same consistency. It's a little darker. I think I use more sage in this one than I do the regular one. Oh my God, that actually tastes the same. You want to taste it? It actually tastes the same. There's not a big flavor difference. Oh my God. So, there you got it. It don't have that cornbread, that cornmeal flavor to it like I wanted because I couldn't find my cornmeal. But this is actually pretty good. The same flavor, the seasoning is perfect. That's really good. So if you guys want to try it, go right ahead. But this is my meal because we started the video with vegan collard greens. You can't have collard greens without macaroni, and macaroni without dressing, and dressing without ham. So we almost went straight vegan and vegetarian today, but I couldn't do it. So thank you so much for this creamer sauce. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Short Cute Cooking with Chef Joanne. And as I always say, keep it short, keep it cute, and keep cooking. Until next time, like, subscribe, and share. Bye.